That's pretty weird.
Alright, fuck it. Welcome back to another episode of the Shodcast. I think we're on episode 18 right now, sorry. We just recorded episode 17, which is why we're still in the same clothes. That was the first episode we ever recorded on camera. We've decided to do another double bill, so this will be coming out a week later. Maybe we should have changed clothes to make it seem like we weren't doing these all in the same day, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, so sorry, I've just run out of steam as I was fucking doing that. Aydan, do you want to just fucking chill out for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I am your host, Adam, and I am met with my beautiful friend, Aydan. We have done most of these episodes together. Make sure you check out the Instagram at Cancelling Culture and the YouTube channel Cancelling Culture for lots of film reviews and clips from this podcast and all sorts. And make sure you tell your friends, because that's the most important thing. Spread the message, make sure we get some word out there and all that shit. So this episode, Aydan had a bright idea. Just like last week, he had a great idea. We did some dark topics. We talked about the dark web and Craigslist and all sorts of shit. This week, we have decided to talk about
something even darker. Something that is plaguing our universe. Something that is taking over in all corners of the fucking web, ladies and gentlemen.
And what is that, Aydan? Disney. Yeah. I was waiting for that. I was trying to do that at the same time.
That was good. I'll take a shot to that.
Yeah, okay, so just like the beginning of last week's episode, we're going to take a nice gin shot.
Fuck Disney, man.
So we were going to talk about Disney, and basically just how kind of from their beginning to end. So I have written down some notes, but I forgot to get them up before we started this episode, which is really good. So give me a second. So Aydan, how are you?
How am I?
Yeah.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
No, I'm not actually high, but I'm pretty
do you
drunk.
know what, last week we didn't talk about the child actors.
The what?
The child actors.
The child actors, like actors that have been burnt alive.
No, child. Aydan, keep the voice down.
So it's child actors.
Yeah. God, I get my landlord getting annoyed at me. It's my mum.
No, it's not. His landlord is this Greek guy called Zorba.
He's this Greek guy called Alfredo, and he does not like noise. He gets really pissed off.
Bro, he comes in asking about repairs, bro, and he's just trying to make money to fuel his crack addiction.
He keeps coming in and saying, we need a new lick of paint.
He's like, you need to pay your rent. It's like, it's 2 weeks early. What do you mean? He's like, no, I need the rent now.
Yeah, and he's like,
fuel his crack addiction.
He's itching himself like I am now, and he's fucking go for it. I fucking Greek people are right. Anyway, so Disney seems to have conquered the world in most of pop culture over the last 100 years. You know, starting with their 2D animations, Walt Disney rose through the ranks and became an absolute powerhouse through the years, and now Disney is one of the top studios and owner of the top IPs in the world. So you could say he's done pretty well considering he died in the 1970s.
Bro, you know he was afraid of mice, and that's what started it.
Is that why he started Mickey Mouse?
Yeah,
like
it was like exposure therapy, kind of like
that's bullshit.
Kind of like Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin's bullshit, but the Walt Disney story is true.
Dude,
it's true. The Walt Disney thing is true. He was afraid of mice.
Yeah?
Yeah, like a phobia.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm serious. He had a phobia of mice.
Is that really true?
That's true. That's 100% true. You can search that up.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
No, that's true, bro. But like the Macaulay Culkin one was false, like, because that's
the
just
Macaulay
funny.
Culkin, but the mouse thing's true.
But the mouse thing's true.
Guys, if you're listening, Google that, because I don't believe shit. I'm not gonna fucking Google it. Why would I fucking do it?
Because you want to disagree with a
exactly. And also,
fact.
I can't be fucked. My phone's like right there.
People
like,
know that you're wrong anyway.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Like, you know.
It's a true story, man.
But okay, so basically, you know, he has pretty good success in the 2D animation sort of realm. He really pioneers a lot of things with Steamboat Willie and then Mickey Mouse and Oswald.
Like plagiarism.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's fine. But then when the war comes around, you know, Hollywood and the US need something, you know, to sweeten the deal with the US citizens, so they start making war propaganda. Have you seen all of that old Disney stuff with like Donald Duck saluting Hitler and creating like bombs?
I've seen all of that, but do you know what the most propaganda I've seen in any Disney film has got to be?
What's that?
It wasn't a film, it was like these short cartoons. It was the ones that were centered around boxing. Those were very clear signs.
What fucking films have you watched around boxing?
Bruv, it was always like this duck that was before Donald's time, and it was like a duck that everyone in fucking Hollywood loved.
Yeah, Daffy.
No, not Daffy, because that was Looney Tunes. That's Warner Brothers. That's not Disney. It was this duck, but it wasn't the woodpecker. It was just before his time, and he was in boxing, and every time he'd beat someone, it would be like a Nazi, bro. It would either be a turtle or it would be a Nazi. It was always one or the other.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is a thing. To be fair,
that's all I remember from that decade of Disney.
To be fair, that is a thing. So I mean, Disney was pretty fucked at that point. I remember they were doing loads of propaganda and all that. I mean, I don't remember.
It was what was selling at that time.
I say I remember. I don't fucking remember. I was born in 2001.
Could you imagine being around at the time of the war, right? And you're trying to make an animation, right? And you're being told that you can't do what the fuck you want to do. You have to send out a message. You know, because there's no chance that the military or the government had no say in what was getting portrayed to the rest of the world. Because at that point in media, that was all the world ever saw, was just 2 or 3 channels. So there would have been mediated. It would have been mediated. That's all I'm saying. There's no way that they had a single channel all to themselves that wasn't mediated.
Alright, buck down.
No.
You're getting a little bit excited here.
No. You gotta agree with me.
Like, Ickies and Weigen, Frugen, Feigen.
Bruv, the Germans had propaganda, the Russians had propaganda.
Everybody had propaganda. I'm not fucking disagreeing with you. Didn't have propaganda. Dude, is it fucking hot in here or is it just me?
It's pretty fucking
It's
hot.
fucking boiling in here. Sorry, I'm losing it. You can probably see it in the last minute. I've just been feeling like I've been draining myself. Is this gonna make loads of noise? It's not even fucking on.
If you're gonna believe in anything, children, believe in your fucking parents. I didn't believe in my parents.
Dude, that's nice, but I feel like that's making so much noise.
I can't hear the noise it's making, but I feel the niceness.
No, that is definitely making a lot of noise, but do you know what? I don't really give a fuck.
Let's talk Batman.
No, we're not gonna talk Batman. We're talking Disney, right? Okay, so after the war, excuse the fan, it's fucking boiling in here, so we've got to go with this.
Batman fan.
No, we're not going back. Fuck off. We can do
fan
it.
Is Batman.
Dude, we can do.
He's got like a batarang and a fan. It's so gay.
we can do a Batman episode, but we got to actually do that.
We could do a Batman episode.
Dude, we're doing fucking
Disney.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing Disney. So.
And I've got a lot of shit to chat about Disney.
So I mean, he was a known anti-Semite, right?
I don't know if it was well known, but he was an anti-Semite.
Yeah, he was a Nazi sympathizer.
His wife was a big on the Nazi sympathizer vibe. She was touring on that Nazi dick. You know what I'm saying? She was
touring.
She was hopping on that
touring
Nazi
around the nation.
dick.
Now, do you think she was going to Europe and getting that Nazi dick, or do you think?
Well, I think she was originally in Europe, so either she didn't have a choice, or it was as in either you're a Nazi or you're against us, so we're gonna kill you. So I don't know the true story, but all I know is that she hopped on dick.
She hopped on dick. She hopped on Nazi dick.
She most likely hopped on Nazi dick. It could have been Dick that was a Nazi sympathizer dick, but it was most likely Nazi dick.
Do you think his name was Dick?
No.
Dick had the Nazi dick.
Dick was Richard, or Dick was not.
Richard had the Nazi
not
dick,
German
but
name.
he didn't have a dick. He was just.
That was
Nazi.
not a German name.
Right. Okay. I don't know where we are with my notes. In all honesty, I don't even know where my phone is.
He doesn't remember where his phone is.
It's right behind.
We're doing this off the cuff.
No,
the way I do everything. Are you ready for a freestyle right now? Let's go.
Aydan, shut up. We're not doing. Okay, so basically, I've got a list here. BBC compiled a list of all of the racist Disney movies that they have had over the years. Yeah. So let me just walk you through them for a second. We'll do it one by one. Okay, so
Song of the South.
No,
is that not first?
No, it isn't. Lady and the Tramp from 1955.
Oh, fuck off, is that?
Two Siamese cats, Sai and Am, are depicted with anti-Asian stereotypes.
What, chopsticks? That's not anti-Asian.
Yes.
That's very Asian.
There is also a scene at the dog pound where heavily accented dogs all portray the stereotypes of countries their breeds are from, such as Pedro the Mexican Chihuahua and Boris the Russian Borzul.
I remember that scene. That scene was bad. But I'm just saying, the Siamese cats, right?
Dude, they're dogs. Who gives a... Like, I know, like, yeah, okay, you could say the whole thing's about dogs and it's a metaphor, the whole thing for class and all that sort of thing. But when you're really getting that far into a Disney film about dogs, you know, who cares if the Chihuahua's Mexican because the dog's from Mexico?
They can't make every dog the fucking same.
Like, they're not going to give a British accent to a Mexican Chihuahua. That's the thing.
Exactly. They can't make every dog the same. And if they were going to make every dog different, they'd have to go off of real-life examples. So that's fine, by my opinion. That's
100%. I don't know what the fucking problem is.
No, neither. Like, sure, the Siamese cats had chopsticks, and that was a bit mad.
The cats were probably the worst thing out of that. But I'm talking, the dogs in the pound, for being the breed that they are for the country, that's not that weird.
The only reason I think that was bad is because those Siamese cats were portrayed as creepy. And that's not to say that Chinese people were creepy. It was just because those certain cats are creepy.
They are a bit though.
No. Because honestly, like you get certain people from certain backgrounds that are fucking creepy. But that doesn't betray the fucking group, and everyone knows that. And if we can all act like adults for a fucking second, then it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
You want to act like an adult for a second? Is that what you want to do, big man? Huh?
Well, if you don't, then be my fucking guest.
Oh, you want to fucking go, man? Come on. No, okay. Let's move on to the next film. So, the next one is Aristocats from 1970.
Honestly, that wasn't racist. That was classist.
Right. A Siamese cat, yet again, called...
The one on the piano.
Called Shun Gon, voiced by a white actor, is drawn as a racistic caricature of an Asian person. He plays the piano with chopsticks.
That's like the best scene in the movie, though.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. Come on.
To be honest, I don't remember that movie where the cats play.
Put it this way: that scene happens in the midst of like a song and a dance, and everyone's
is there a song and a dance in it?
Yeah, there's a song and a dance.
I don't remember this at all.
And that cat, the one you're talking about, comes in with like the best solo.
See,
and
he's
on the fucking piano the whole time, and it's like the best part of the fucking act.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Either way, that Aristocats, it's not fucking racist. Whatever it's called, it's not racist. It's classist, bro. It does not like poor people.
Is it?
Yes, bruv, it's all about rich cats.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And these rich cats get put into a society where normal cats are raised in, and they're all like, oh, fuck, we gotta get out of it. It's classist, right? And it does not like poor people.
Jesus Christ, Aydan, I didn't think you were going to get so hooked on the Aristocats kind of one.
Just saying.
Can you guess what the next one is?
Mr. Hook, because of the Japanese crocodile.
It's come from 1941. What is it?
1941, Song of the South.
No.
1941, and what else
can I just say be? Song of the South is the last one.
Okay, 1941. Give me a second. Is it the turtle and the hare?
Can you hear?
That's what it is.
No.
Okay.
I'm giving you a hint.
No, I can't hear.
Do you hear that?
If it's not a bird...
I wish I could hear that really well.
It's not my clothes, it must be black man.
I could do really big ears.
The Great Mouse Detective.
I could do with really big ears.
Dumbo.
Yeah, okay, it's Dumbo.
Yeah, I knew it was Dumbo from the start. It's racist because of the black storks, right?
Okay, so are you guys gonna steal this from me?
No, I just know what the context is here. I'm trying to do
the fucking list.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
I think I just got caught in there. Okay, so a group of crows that help Dumbo learn how to fly have exaggerated stereotypical black voices. The lead crow is called Jim Crow, a reference to a set of racist segregationist laws in the southern US at the time, and he is voiced by white actor Cliff Edwards.
Right, maybe the voices were pretty bad, but can I give my justice on this?
Okay, go on.
They were not crows. And even if they were crows, crows are black. But they were black storks. Right?
Were they storks?
They were black storks. You wouldn't find any other type of stork in that country. They were black storks. And they look like that.
I think that he's called Jim Crow.
Yeah, but the actor is called Jim Crow. That's got nothing to do with
the actor's not
the
called Jim Crow. The character's called Jim Crow.
Yeah, but they're not crows. They're black storks. And you can tell that by their orange beak. Have you ever seen a crow's beak? They're not fucking orange.
No, they're not.
Dude, that's black stork has got an orange beak.
Have you watched a YouTube video on this?
No, I just know this as a fact. I've always known this.
I don't know, dude.
I've always known that they're black storks,
That does bring up a good point, because storks do have...
Because crows aren't in fucking Africa.
Yeah. Oh, man, you brought up a great point. I mean, Dumbo isn't in Africa, but I don't know... No, I don't know what you're on about. It's in America or something.
Well, yeah, but... It's an elephant, bro.
Or Europe?
Elephants aren't in fucking America or Europe.
I think it's... Yeah, but it's the circus.
Okay, it's a tough one, but black storks have the orange beak, whereas crows don't.
Edna's made some good points, but I'm not sure.
It's a risky one.
Okay, we'll move on though. Okay,
Put it this way: the only point in Dumbo where I could see it being wrong was more about the drink, the boozing, because it was a show for young children. Yet there's a whole scene based around like tripping the fuck out. You know what I mean? The pink elephant scene.
Yeah.
If anything's wrong, it's that.
Scene.
Great scene. I love that scene.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know if you've ever tripped and watched the pink elephant scene, but it's definitely a must do.
I actually haven't, bro.
Yeah, me neither. But I've heard it's. I've heard. We should definitely do that. Hey, if anyone can sort us acid, that'd be. Hey man, we got to use all mediums. We're having a really hard time. We're in Eastbourne and we're just trying to sort some stuff out.
Film it. Fuck it.
Yeah, we film it. If you can sort it, we'll film it. We'll film the whole thing. We'll put GoPros on our head. It'll be fucking joke.
Bro, you heard of live leak? We're about to leak live.
Jesus. Okay, let's move on. So it's the Jungle Book from 1968. So
okay,
can you guess what's can you guess what's racist about this film?
See, I can say my thing, but I reckon I'm going to say it and be wrong and then look more racist than the thing.
No, what you got?
Something to do with King Louis?
Yeah, no, it is,
yeah.
Of course it is. What else would it be?
That's what I'm saying. I was thinking more about the sex symbolism in Disney when you started on this rant, you know? Because all of these movies have had sex symbolism in them for the younger mind, and it's more like a subliminal message rather than like a full-on context racial issue.
Sorry, my toe started bleeding earlier and it really fucking hurts. You could probably just see that in camera. I was checking out my toe. It fucking hurts. Sorry. Anyway, the sex symbolism in Disney. Yeah, no, I mean, we could go down the sex symbolism route, but I thought you were going down the racist route.
Well, they're two routes. The thing is, I think there's more sex symbolism in Disney, but I think it's harder to talk about because it's like a one instance moment. It's more like a capture of a screenshot.
Yeah, we can do that in a second. We'll talk about some sexy moments with Disney. Right.
Naga.
In Jungle Book 1968, the character of King Louis, an ape with poor linguistic skills, sings a Dixieland jazz style and is shown as lazy. The character has been criticised for being a racist caricature of African Americans.
Alright, now let me have my stay on this.
He's a big swinging monkey that likes jazz and eating bananas.
Let me have this say.
Right? Okay.
King of the swingers. Black people don't swing. White people swing. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Louis Armstrong has a song about if it ain't got no swing, then it ain't got a thing.
Yeah, but it's like white people swing.
And Louis Armstrong, I'm pretty sure, voices King Louis.
White women just aren't normally...
I'm just saying King
They're
King
not
Louis
satisfied by their white partner, apparently.
King Louis is Louis Armstrong.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, look, he may have big arms, right, but that's because he's an orangutan. It's got nothing to do with who plays his voice, right? Second of all, swinging, I'm gonna say it's a majority white thing.
Hey, that could be a sexual thing.
It's a majority white thing.
It could be a sexual thing.
It is,
man. You just gotta chill out.
when you let your wife do something, it's normally with a mandingo. Alright?
With a what?
What? I don't
What?
have a wife, so
What
it's
are
can't.
you on about, fucking mandingo? Should we move on to the next segment? I think we should move on to the next
I
segment.
don't think we should.
Right, okay, so, right, what's racist about Peter Pan? Can you guess?
I can definitely, bruv. This is not a guess. This is firm
It's nothing
fact.
to do with Captain Hook.
No, I guessed that. It's
Yeah.
obviously to do with the Native American.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
Bruv, did you see that scene? That scene creeped me out as a child as well. That was scary, bruv.
okay.
When you're looking into his eyes, bruv.
Yeah. Okay, so the film refers to the Native American people as Redskins, a racist slur that Peter and the Lost Boys also dance in headdresses, which Disney now says is a form of mockery and appropriation of Native people's culture and
Not only
imagery.
that, but the whole scene was really scary.
A song originally called What Makes the Red Man Red was also decreed as racist. It was later named What Makes the Brave Man Brave. Isn't that interesting? So in the original cut of Peter Pan, instead of the Red Man Red, it was the Brave
I'll tell
Man
you what's
Brave. Or
interesting.
Brave Man Brave, it was Red Man Red.
What's interesting is that once again,
Interesting.
they decide to
Jesus Christ.
punch down on Native American fellas, and they've done nothing. Bruv, what have they done? What have they done? They've done nothing to like affect like any culture. They're just good people. They're just good.
We were talking about the Native Americans
And
the other
all
day. They've just been fucked over.
Literally, all they've gotten
All
is
they've-
just disrespect on disrespect. And then with the
Dude.
nowadays modernism, we're talking about trying to make victims feel like they're not victims anymore. You know,
Yeah.
trying to bring up culture and be like, we're sorry for this, we're sorry for that. No one says sorry to the Native American culture.
Do you know when I was over in Canada and like America, there's so many like people like homeless and stuff with Native American, and there's like, you know, on the street there'll be teepees, like Indian teepees, and like Native Americans walking around and stuff.
What the fuck, man?
And like, you know, they're like homeless.
Yeah.
And it's like they've been outcasted out of their own country, and they like.
They started that shit, bro. They
Yeah, I know.
started
And what's
civilization
what's
in
so
America.
fucked up is
and
it's only like 3 people ago they were slaughtering that people, and then like they'd murder an entire camp, and the other camp would hear about that, and then so they'd start scalping the enemy, and then they'd be like, "Yo, those savages are scalping us. Let's go kill the rest of the camp." And it was just a vicious cycle.
Bruv, and they think English people are the bad people. Americans are fucked. They've always been fucked. That's why they hold guns.
Give me a glass. You're getting all fucking. I was about to say fucking Joan Riversy. I mean fucking.
I'm sorry, but like, the history of America is fucked. Because they think they fucking freed the slaves. They didn't free the slaves. We did.
Alright, man. Okay, right.
Come on. You know that we freed the slaves.
Okay.
As a country, that is.
No, we just stopped our part of the slave trade, which was like the main part of it.
Exactly.
Like France and America and ourselves were all involved in it, and even Africa
And
themselves.
Americas were the last one, and they act like
Yeah,
they're
they
like
were-
this newfound fucking utopia. It
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, because 150 years ago they were
The worst fucking civilization on the planet.
They were savages. They were savages.
They're
and
either killing Native Americans or enslaving people from foreign lands.
yeah, which had been around for fucking thousands of years
Before them.
Yeah, but to be fair, you got to give it to them.
You gotta give it to
They
them.
did it.
They Independence Day,
They
fair
caught
enough.
up. They caught up. Like
They
they're
caught up.
huge,
Bruv.
and they caught up. No thanks to. I mean, not no thanks.
No thanks
sorry.
to the Spanish or the French who didn't help us.
No, that we went to war with them because they wanted Canada, so we gave France like half of Canada.
That's what I'm saying. The French should have gone to war with us. The Spanish should have been there just because they've got really nice ships, and it would have been like, hey, we've been fighting for so long, it's nice to see you
Jesus
finally caught
Christ.
up. Kind
Sorry.
of like when the elves and dwarves team up in Lord of the Rings, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, no, in the Hobbit when they have the battle.
Yeah,
of the Five Armies. Yeah, no, 100%.
See,
That
Spain could have been that.
Spain could have actually done something. Because where's Spain's foothold in America? Nowhere.
Nowhere. The
best they've got
Spain's
is-
foothold is like south.
Yeah, best they've got is Mexico, and that's not even theirs. It's more like Brazilian and all that.
They
So-
did well though.
Who?
In the Civ Rev war look of it.
Who?
The Spain.
Yeah, but they didn't
The
really.
Spaniards.
I mean, kind of really. They got the whole of the South America.
Put it this way, if they did badly, they wouldn't be around now. Like the Aztecs.
Yeah, but they're gone.
Well, exactly, but like if they were like a good civilization, they could still be around. Like a lot of the African civilizations have been around since the Aztecs and are still around now.
Yeah, but they live in mud huts.
Yeah, the Aztecs lived in better places.
Yeah, I know they did. They had temples and like houses.
Exactly. So how the fuck are they not around?
Yeah, because the Spanish went over there with guns and killed them all. They went over there with muskets in the night and killed them.
I never understood why. What did they gain out
exactly.
of that?
They didn't, because they were stealing like Aztec gold and shit.
But what did they get out of that?
Aztec gold, and then they could sell it, and then they get rich. And then you see in Spain, they're rich. They're not really, but like I don't really know why they did it.
Oh, no,
maybe there's an answer. Maybe there's an answer that we don't know the answer to. You know?
Should we have a shot to the Spanish for whatever they did?
To the Armada,
for whatever they did.
The Spanish Inquisition.
Hey, I didn't expect that. I did not expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, no one ever does. Okay. Right. Should we move on to the next segment? I think we should.
Hey.
Should we move on to the next segment? Is
The next segment
everybody enjoying themselves?
Why the fuck Disney has fucked with our favourite franchises of all time, Disney and MCU? Isn't that the next segment? Disney takeover when they buy all of the good franchises apart from Amazon taking Lord of the Rings, which was like the last thing we had. But then Amazon wanted to be a part of this whole Disney fucking crude shade ship, so fuck it. We might as well destroy one last thing whilst we're at it. Fuck you know.
Sorry. I have got a text on my phone from my girlfriend. Molly, if you're listening to this, I have been recording the podcast. Oh, fuck. Oh, I just poured beer all over my foot.
That was caught on camera.
Oh, it was caught on camera.
I actually saw that. Did you see my eyes? Look at that.
Fuck's sake.
Bruv, his foot is glimmering. Don't worry, I'll entertain the peeps. You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend. You say he's just a oh baby, you got what I need. And you're toasty, and you say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend.
Baby, you got what I need. And you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You say we can't
Sleeping
be
on a
friends.
Wednesday.
And you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
we can't be friends.
Sleeping
Oh,
on a Wednesday.
baby, you.
This is Randy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sleeping
yeah.
on a
sleeping
Wednesday. Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but Dad, like Lord's music is actually good.
You lost it. Yeah, just auto tune it.
Yeah, yeah. Working on a Wednesday. Oh, no. I come up with most of my work on the toilet.
Sorry, I'm having girlfriend troubles. Should we go on to the next segment?
Whilst we're talking about Disney and he's having girlfriend troubles like a little bitch,
And-
how about how about we do some Disney impressions, huh?
Okay,
Huh?
right.
Huh?
Okay, let's do some Disney impressions. Right.
Right.
Okay. What are you feeling?
Well, obviously,
What are you
everyone has
feeling?
to start off with a
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse. Oh, hiya, boys and girls. You want to come to my clubhouse and suck my little dick,
What's the bahaha about?
That's about hot dog, little dog, when you put it in your mouth, motherfucker.
I'm gonna rape you.
I see. There was no Disney person there. There was no Disney there.
I'm Mickey Mouse.
It's like a Cody and Zach, Mr. Mosby kind of feel there.
Put me in your mouth.
Yeah, like, I don't think this guy's part of the group.
Goofy, take off your clothes. Goofy, I'm gonna need you. Take off the hat and get on your...
not little Maxie.
Get on your knees.
Not little Maxie.
Max, get on your knees. Goofy, you watch. Donald, you hold him down.
I don't even know how to do Donald. That's all I can do from that. That's all I got for Disney.
You just stick there, little boy.
Who else is Disney?
You stick your ass up in the air and let me fuck it.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
You want to come to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I'm gonna club your house.
You want to fill my club in your house?
I'm gonna fill you up with my goo.
Alright, can I give you a question for real though?
Okay, right, yeah, let's move off Disney just for a hot second. Aydan, what was your question? Because you've been meaning to ask me this question for about 24 hours now. So what is the question?
So, which kid's cartoon character do you reckon would favour best in the porn industry?
In the porn industry?
Porn industry, and that's all kids' cartoons. All of them.
Just cartoons?
Yeah, we'll go just cartoons, just the animated
Gumball's
ones.
mum.
Yeah, to be fair, she was not bad. She was not bad.
Gumball's mum would be fucking...
But,
yeah.
can I put up a contender?
Okay, go on.
Johnny Bravo.
What, Johnny Bravo? He'd be Johnny Sins, mate.
Exactly. He would do very well.
He would be fucking...
Because he's all full of himself, man. He could do very well in the industry. Can I put another suggestion up there? Huh? Can I put 2 suggestions up there? You're forgetting about Velma. Huh? Adam?
Yeah.
Velma.
You know, Velma would do very fun. Velma and Daphne. I've seen many videos.
I've actually seen videos of them.
Yes, I've seen them in action, and I can tell you that it is worth it.
There's another one that I would say that isn't really a kid's cartoon, but is up there, who would do very well in the porn industry. Adam, did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano?
Did I ever tell? Oh, dude, that's a great point. Ahsoka Tano.
She was a pretty industry girl from a galaxy not too far away.
We all told her that she shouldn't wear panties. So when she did little flips over you during battle,
you can't wear panties in space.
You can't wear panties in space. So when she do a little flip over you, you got a glimpse of her orange pussy.
It was like a constant porno, Anakin. You have no idea.
It's like a constant porno, Luke. You got no idea.
She would do somersaults and kill a B-2 battle droid with her panties fully exposed.
We'd have the whole 501st Battalion run a train on her.
That is one of the best memes ever made. You gotta agree.
Right, we're going to talk about Song of the South. Okay, right, we're moving to Song of the South. Aydan, can you tell me what is racist about Song of the South from 1946?
It was mainly the caricatures, wasn't it? Like, they gave him like very exaggerated expressions that they would give to most of the black community at that time of filming, which would be like the enhanced, the oversized lips, the pipes.
This actually isn't entirely true. So, from the BBC article that I've gathered this from, the main issue with Song of the South, and this is quite interesting, I didn't know this, so this is the blurb. One of Disney's most controversial movies, which has never been released on DVD or video in the US. It depicts a plantation worker, Uncle Remus, who basically perpetrates an old racist myth that slaves were happy during the cotton fields. So that's why it's bad. He basically...
See, I don't think it was about the cotton fields.
It's about the cotton fields. I knew that it was about the cotton fields, but I didn't know it was basically... It depicted a guy who depicted himself... I thought it was
about a guy, like, getting out of that, and then it was racist because of the people he met along the way.
No. It's literally... It's about 2 kids who meet a guy who works on a cotton field and he loves his life.
I was going to say, I thought it was like a Dorothy kind of thing.
No, not that at all.
Shit, man.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously we don't have to put insight on what we believe about that.
Yeah.
Because, fucking...
I mean, it's kind of funny though, isn't it?
It's funny, but like
don't get me wrong, like the fact that they made
way.
a film after World War II, bear in mind, after World War II.
If we put it into digestion for a second as well.
Like slavery had been gone, abolished, nearly 100 years.
Slavery has been about for all of time, whether you're white, whether you're black, whatever country you come from. Most of the poor people were enslaved by the class that were above them, no matter what race you were. And I'm not turning this into a racial thing, but no movies were made about the white slaves, and that's why it's fucked up. It's because everyone just tried to portray like the black people as the slaves. Everyone was a slave back then. Like in Egypt, they took white people in for slavery and Jews rather than black people. The black people were on top of society back then.
They were,
and that's what's fucked up. It's just like in recent history, they've tried to portray the slave as the black person. I feel like that's the racist part. The part that you try to imply that only one race had this experience. That's fucked up. And
no, that is pretty fucked up.
Do you know what I mean? Because then you're trying to like tell every other mind, no matter what race they are, no matter where they come from, no matter what they are, you're trying to tell them that like this was the race that was on the bottom and this was the race that's on top. That's fucked, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I kind of lost you there in the middle of that, but yes.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
By lying about our history, they're trying to say that one race was on bottom and one race was on the top.
Right.
Bruv, there was no singular race that was on bottom and top. It was about class. It was to do with who was rich. Like Muramasa, he was a black man. He had black slaves. He was the richest man in the world.
Alright, man, buck down. You get really pent up about all this stuff. Have you noticed?
I get pent up about what people believe is true and it
really fucking aggressive. Dude, we cut the camera.
I know a lot of things. That
I just feel threatened as soon as we turn the camera off.
Bro, you know about Muramasa?
I feel like
the richest man in the fucking world, and he was black.
Aiden's just getting in my face, and he's making me feel unsafe. Sorry, are you done? I was just...
You agree with what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you, man.
I know you're fucking with me, but like exactly. They don't know you're fucking with me because they don't know how you fuck with people.
Well, I hope they do. We're 17 episodes in. This is almost 17 hours.
And this is like the second one where they can see you.
Yeah, true.
They don't know how you fuck with people.
Yeah, true.
I'm used to it.
It's a new medium actually, having the screen there. I have been watching it a little bit too much this episode, but you know, what are you going to do about it? Should we move on to the next section? So Song of the South is kind of fucked up. It depicts a black man enjoying himself in the 1940s or whatever, being a slave.
I could go on for hours about slavery. I can go on for fucking hours.
Right, should we talk about all the good Disney movies that there are?
The good Disney movies? Yeah. So you're talking about Pixar, right?
No, I'm talking about like your Robin Hood, your Basil the Great Mouse Detective. I'm talking your good movies. You know,
sorry, can we go back for a second?
Renaissance, even like.
Did you say Basil the Great Mouse Detective?
Yeah.
The most underrated Disney movie of all time.
That is the most underrated Disney movie. So I've got to put my leg out.
King Ratticus.
Oh
my god.
Oh no, 100%. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Like that's what it's all.
And like he scared me as well. At the end when he's on the clock and it starts striking me, like turns into the beast. Like that scared me as a child, but I fucking loved that movie.
Man, you're a pussy as a child.
Yeah, I probably was.
Okay.
But fuck it. That movie was amazing.
Oh fucking hell, she's ringing me now.
Oh Jesus Christ! Can I talk to her?
Should I do it on the podcast? Wait, one sec.
I'll be like, listen.
Hello, you alright, love? Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, no, sorry, I haven't been much in contact. I've just been doing the podcast and I was just busy. It took me ages to get home because of traffic and stuff. Yeah, Yeah, no, I lost my phone as soon as I came home, and I lost my phone for a couple of hours. So, yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. No, you just panicked me. I thought you were pissed off at me.
You didn't see that one, did you?
I thought you were just pissed off at me, but you're not. So it's fine. Nah. Good.
I'm gonna do another freestyle while this guy's on.
Yeah, I'm literally not. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're actually in the middle of a podcast right now.
Esta la biblioteca, mi amo
No, it's fine.
Discoteca, maneca,
yeah, tell me the good news. I've been waiting.
Mi amo no grando, na biblioteca.
Yeah. 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 What, on the Friday? Oh, that's good. Okay, well let's have a little think about it, because whether we want to I can just meet you in Brighton, we have a day in Brighton at the pub and chill out and get in the holiday mood, or you want to go straight from work into a holiday mode, do you know what I mean?
Would you get a load of this guy?
Hey, do you know what? Fuck you, alright? I'm trying to keep this shit together. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, look, I put her on mute now. She's gonna be talking for a second. You shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. No, we're talking about it. I'll message you tonight about when we're next gonna meet, because I know we're gonna meet over this weekend, but I don't know when or where or whose house or what. Okay. Okay. Alright, love. Yeah, no, it's a... No, to be fair, it's probably like Aidan's he's fucking with me right now, so it's probably a best I go, to be fair. Yeah, literally. Yeah, alright, love. I love you. Alright, man. Alright, bye bye.
You just call him man. Right, man.
Yeah. To be fair, me and Molly say man, you know, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal at all, bro. That's what I do, to be fair.
Yeah, we'll say man to each other. It's all good. Right, okay.
Bro, I remember one time I called, fucking... never mind, carry on.
No, go on.
It was one time I called Susie, bro.
Who is Susie?
She was this girl in
you looked at me like that was your love during World War II.
No. It was because she was
fuck me,
she was 7.
It's getting hotter and hotter.
It is getting hotter.
It's so hot.
The reason I didn't want to say Susie is because she was 17 and I was 20 at the time.
Susie. Nice.
After I slept with her, she went around. So I was I did not sleep with her. Do you know what I mean? I got there before the rest of the man.
Was this when you were in Eastbourne?
Nah.
When you were in New Haven?
And I got to her before the rest of the man did. And when the rest of the man did, she tried to come crawling back but I didn't fucking wanna. I was like,
nah, man, I don't know what the fuck you go.
Literally, I don't know what you've been through.
Get the fuck away from me.
Back then, I was a one-time guy. I was you could fuck me once. Seconds, I don't know. I don't know where you've been. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know where you've been in between. I don't care where you've been before, but where you've been in between, that's the whole fucking
I was weird like that, man. Yeah. I was weird that.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
And it meant something, bro. It meant something, you know? People looked up to me because I was the type of guy to send them away.
Oh, shit. Okay, right. You were the one to send them away. Should we move back to the good movies of Disney? So, there's things like
Not many.
there's things like Aladdin and
Aladdin was never...
no, I mean like the 90s renaissance of like Little Mermaid, because Disney was really popular in the, you know, Pinocchio and your Snow White and your Cinderella.
But they all came from the Brothers Grimm tales.
Exactly. They all got stolen, the original stories stolen from the Brothers Grimm's tales. And then by the time the 70s come around, they're doing like Robin Hood, and the 80s come around, they're doing Baz the Great Mouse Detective. And then the 90s came around and Disney, like 2D animation was in kind of the shitter, and then suddenly this guy came along, and I can't remember his name, but he kind of rebirthed it with like, you know, your Aladdins, your Little Mermaids, your Beauty and the Beasts, these sort of
do you know what rebirthed it, in my
Lion
opinion?
Kings, you know, your next generation of Disney, which has now become kind of the main Disney.
Are you talking
thing.
about the 3D sort of stuff?
No, the 2D stuff, like Aladdin and
right,
Lion
and
King.
you're talking about the rebirthing when they've made them into 3D because of the Alice in Wonderland.
No, I'm not talking about that.
You're not talking about that?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Do you know what I think rebirthed the 2D animation? It was Warner Brothers.
It's fucking hot.
It was Warner Brothers, either with Space Jam or Back in
Sorry,
Action.
it's fucking hot in here right
It is
now.
very hot.
It's
It's
so
very hot.
fucking hot.
You guys
in
are
here
probably
right now.
wondering how I'm dressed like this. It's because I used to be in days like this in a woolly coat, so I don't really care. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I don't really care. It's a little bit cooler.
What brought back the 2D
yeah.
animations was Warner Brothers. It was Back in Action. It was Space Jam. It was those lot.
Yeah, they definitely brought it back into the mainstream cinema.
And Roger the Rabbit.
So Pixar, obviously, we could talk about that. So Pixar obviously was a studio that was created by ILM,
they took it
which
to the next
is
level.
Industrial Light and Magic, which created most of the effects for Star Wars and George Lucas, like Indiana Jones and Roger Rabbit and Howard the Duck and loads of other things like
We don't
Jurassic
talk about
Park,
Howard
and
the Duck.
even working to this day.
We do not talk about Howard the Duck.
No, Howard the Duck wasn't the best movie.
They could make a new one nowadays, though, and I would watch
Yeah,
that.
because Seth Green's the voice of Howard the Duck now, and they haven't done anything with him. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Really?
It's like a little cameo. They're playing
There's a
like
cameo.
They're playing like poker.
Bro,
and
they
it's like,
always cameo Howard the Duck.
do a Howard the Duck movie. I know it was the first one Marvel movie like ever,
And it fucking failed.
And it flopped. But
it failed.
It's because it was 1986.
But you got to think about it. The first Daredevil failed, and think about what happened to the next Daredevil. It was one of the most successful fucking things that have happened on Netflix. And now they're cancelling. Do you know what Bill Murray said about Disney? Now that we're talking about Disney,
What did he say?
he confirmed that after the fucking Guardians of the not Guardians, after Ant-Man 3 was
Oh
made,
shit! Yeah, he's in Ant-Man 3.
that they went back in post and changed the whole movie.
Yeah, no.
They edited him out of most of his scenes. They edited out most of Bill Murray's
I don't know if you
scenes.
saw it, but like Bill Murray is literally in it for a second.
Literally, he's meant to be in it for at least half an hour.
We're
he
getting sidetracked.
No, because this is about Disney. They go post-track and change the movies.
I know, but we'll move to all of like their franchise changes and things like this.
Fucking hate Disney.
Right, we all hate Disney. This is why we're doing
Fucking
it.
hate Disney,
Anyway,
man.
so they had their renaissance in the 90s and all of that, and then they got Industrial Light and Magic, and they got Pixar, and then they had the whole Pixar thing with Toy Story and Bugs Life and Finding Nemo and Monsters Inc., and it's just going, you know, and it's going fucking up, which is fair enough. They were doing really fucking good, but it got to a fucking certain point where they started having to buy different franchises. So then the MCU comes along, which was originally, before it was Disney, Marvel was actually distributed, because in the late 90s Marvel was about to go bankrupt, and then they figured out that they would sell all of their main characters, their Spider-Man, their Hulks, their X-Men, their Fantastic Fours, off to Universal and Fox and Sony, right? All these big studios, and then they would be able to distribute the movies, and Marvel would be able to get a little bit of dosh for it. So we get, you know, the Hugh Jackman X-Men, and we get the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and we get the fucking Fantastic Four with, you know, Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, and that, you know, they're all good movies that we all remember, and the Ang Lee Hulk and all that, and up until now Hulk's still been under the Universal banner. But so they were all under this, and then Marvel basically had sold off all the rights to their main sort of players, their big money bucks, to try and make some money because they're about to go bankrupt. So then they realised, well, we should probably start distributing some movies ourselves, considering, you know, there was some success in the fact with the X-Men and Marvel and Fantastic Four and Spider-Man and all that. Maybe we should make some movies ourselves. So they look at the characters they've got, and they've got Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, all these characters no one really cares about, to be honest, at the time. Like, they were popular characters for comic book fans, but for actual listeners or readers or viewers, they weren't that big. So they created... The
biggest Marvel properties had been sold to Sony at that point.
Yeah, no, I just literally explained that. So they were sold.
Sorry, I was talking to my mum.
Oh yeah, no, they were sold to Sony, Fox, and Universal, and so. Catch up. So basically, they sold them all off. So then they created. Jon Favreau created the first Iron Man film. It's just let's see what we can do with this character.
That's crazy how they didn't sell Iron Man at that point.
I know, because he wasn't a big character.
But he was a big character in the Avengers.
Yeah, but he wasn't like.
It's
big,
just like
but he wasn't back in 1998. Back in 1998, he wasn't a big character.
Exactly, it's like Adam Warlock wasn't a big character, but he like the stories revolved around him, so he was a big character in the whole comic universe.
Yeah, but unless
in terms of fan service,
you're an actual
people didn't fucking know it.
Yeah, but unless you're a casual, like, everyone knows who the Hulk is. Everyone knew who Wolverine was.
Exactly,
everyone knew who
Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Hulk.
Yeah. But Captain America, yeah, you knew who he was, but it wasn't
no one fucking knew who fucking was.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you kind of heard the name maybe on a lunchbox or something like that, but you didn't know who the fuck it was. So
it's weird because everyone acts like they were a comic book guy, but they don't know a lot of the fucking comic book storylines.
Exactly, and like a lot of like the main players weren't actually the main players.
Why not? Like the Guardians of the Galaxy, they were propped up out of fucking nowhere.
Oh, yeah. Like Guardians of the Galaxy were like fucking E-listers, D-listers.
Literally,
like they weren't anything.
D-list.
And then James Gunn pulled this team out of nowhere, and obviously they just skyrocketed, dude. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. So you had Pixar, then you had the merger of Marvel, and they bought Lucasfilm in 2012, which came with.
They did that before Marvel.
They bought Marvel before
Lucasfilm.
It was around
the other way around.
To be fair, it was around the same time.
That's why
it was around 2011, 2012 that they actually bought both of them.
I remember them doing Mandalorian before anything I knew about Marvel.
Mandalorian? Mandalorian was from like 2019.
Yeah.
So you were like 18?
Yeah, I don't remember anything to do with Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilm until Mandalorian.
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't into the politics and that sort of shit, man.
Well, fair enough.
I just knew what was coming out, and that was it.
I know what's going on.
I don't. I say that for fact.
Yeah, no, I know what's going on. So basically, Marvel then obviously became this huge powerhouse, and Disney became this huge powerhouse, and
everyone started
then they bought
Lucasfilm
about the same time. So with Lucasfilm, they got the Indiana Jones franchise, which has obviously just come out. I saw it. It's really fucking good. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really fucking good.
Can I say something?
Yes, go on, Aiden.
Do you want to know why I think the MCU failed after Endgame? Not just because they didn't have anything as captivating as the storyline of the whole Endgame stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's because Disney tried to do what they did with Mandalorian, and what they did with the first phase of Marvel, where they tried to get so many directors on the same project. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just think the directors that they chose for Marvel Phase 4, they just didn't encapsulate.
Do you know what? You've actually brought a great point.
They tried to do Mandalorian, but Mandalorian worked.
In the Mandalorian, they get every episode is directed by a different director, and although it has the same style, as in, you know, mise-en-scène style, it all kind of looks the same. There is a distinctive style between the director choice in terms of, you know, what's going on. And
that's fine, but
with Marvel,
it's not the style you're looking for.
Yeah, but when the first Iron Man came out, the Thor and Captain America, and even the Hulk, you know, the one with Edward Norton,
those
movies, even though they kind of feel like they're in the same universe, feel wildly different.
Very
and
different.
that's why they're so interesting. One of them is about a modern day tech genius who gets shot in Afghanistan, lives in a cave and becomes becomes Iron Man. The other one is a World War II film about a super soldier, and then the other one is a modern day story about a god, and then the other one is this like espionage kind of spy thing about a super soldier in modern day.
Do you know why that's not working nowadays when they do the exact same formula?
Why?
It's because the directors they chose to do it back then weren't trying to fucking shovel a message down our throat.
They weren't trying to shovel a message, and also they just made the movie.
They cared about the movie. They cared about what they were creating.
But they just made it.
Exactly.
They didn't make it like, oh, look at what's happening next. They might have done a post-credit scene, but there's no point doing
a post-credit scene was always down to Feige.
There's no point doing a post-credit scene if the whole movie is a post-credit scene.
Exactly.
You know,
and that's what movies are nowadays.
And that's what it's come down to. Like
everything's an advertisement for the next fucking movie.
They're teasing the next thing when actually just make a fucking good movie, and then at the end do a post-credit scene that goes, "Hey, this might come. This might come.
Might."
Yeah. Don't say this is coming. This might come, and then.
Bruv, the problem is that you can't do fan service if all of your fans don't know anything about cinematography.
This is a messed up world we live in.
Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
The fans want one thing, but the fans don't know what they fucking want.
Hi.
It's like that famous genie question, bro. Like, the genie knows that the person wishing for their wish doesn't know what they want.
Hi.
And the genie knows what they need.
Sorry, I'm getting well sidetracked.
You're getting very well sidetracked, because I just said a good fucking point there.
You did say a good point. I was listening to you.
Like, most fans don't know what they want. They think what they want, bro.
So
what they want is a big battle.
Aydan.
Do you know what I mean? Aydan. That's not going to happen without a bunch of pretense, without a bunch of fucking meaningful story that builds up to that point, just like we had in Phase 2 and Phase 3. But we won't get that again because Disney are coming in like Nestle and trying to take little bits out of everything, bro. Take a little bit out of that, take a little bit out of that, take a little bit out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Take a little bit out of that. Yeah, I understand
Until
what you're saying.
they break down every character into some sort of feminist fucking bitch. And I'm okay with that.
I understand what you're saying, but I think more importantly,
if you're gonna do feminism in the movies, get Beta Ray Bill in and make him like a proper feminist. That would be great.
Aydan,
like a horse, fighting for the women. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, no. To be fair, you bring a character in, and he is like overly feminist.
That would be brilliant.
Like any woman tries to do anything, he's like, no, you can't. I have to protect you.
It's Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, and he's Beta Ray Bill. And he's this fucking like horse-faced fucking man.
And he's fighting for the women.
And he's like
Natalie Portman comes up and he pushes her to the side.
No,
like,
she died of cancer.
Exactly. And he's like, come on, bitch. He's like, and he's throwing around like fucking the hammer like it's nothing. And he's like, this is all for women.
To be fair, I want to see a horse-faced man beat the shit out of Thor.
I want to see Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, well, I think they'll probably do it. Or they'll bring Kirk.
They did the Minotaur.
They'll bring Kirk, whatever his name is, Stormbreaker. The one who actually, knew Thor, who has like the ponytail and stuff. He's like the human who gets the powers of Thor.
Yeah.
They'll probably start doing that because Chris Hemsworth has said that he basically got when he saw that Martin Scorsese and stuff was slagging the MCU, he said it totally disheartened him. Because
that's fair enough.
They were like his heroes, like all these big film directors, and then suddenly he like sees this article.
They say it was like a roller coaster in that.
Of them all like slamming it, and he's like, "Well, I wanted to be an actor. I didn't want to just be.
Enough.
I didn't want to just be shit." Also, have you seen?
Not only that, his brothers are all doing stuff that's not in that.
Have you seen Extraction 2?
Bro.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen the second one. The first one. Very good.
I would
Chris Hemsworth. No, he's a very good actor.
Dude, next time you're around, not tonight because I want to watch Holy Grail. Yeah. But next time you're around, I'll watch Extraction 2 because I want to watch it again because me and you, the action is fucking on point.
That's what I mean about Chris Hemsworth.
If you like the first one, it's so good.
After 4-4, we can anyone who's watched 4-4 can agree that he's better than that.
He is better than that movie.
He's better than
people
that.
slam that movie. I think it's a fun time. It was
an alright movie, but as an actor, Chris Hemsworth is better than that.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know why they swooped it down to that level.
It's just the goats, bruv. Get rid of the fucking goats and the movie will be alright.
I don't know why they put the goats in there.
Literally, just get rid of the fucking
Gore
goats.
a serious character.
Or make Gore a reoccurring serious fucking character.
Yeah.
Same with Taskmaster. Don't just bring a villain in to get rid of him.
Why did they bring Taskmaster, who is the coolest villain in my opinion? I think he is the coolest villain.
Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you, bruv.
100%.
Because he can copy the ability of any other fucking hero, and he can just translate that and bring it back to them.
But instead, they made it some burnt-up chick that Black Widow had to fight in a film that no one saw.
Who technically wasn't actually Taskmaster. Because they were saying that because they knew they couldn't bring Taskmaster to the screen.
No.
Did you run out of...
No, I didn't run out of shit. I was just wondering if people could actually hear me, but I'm pretty sure they can. So it doesn't matter.
I was just getting worked up because if they're gonna do Taskmaster, they have to actually bring the original look, which is a skull for the fucking face, right? And then the rest is unidentified. You can't tell who this person is. The person that they brought was Ghost, who's a completely different character. That's not Taskmaster. That's Ghost.
Did they bring Ghost?
Yes, they brought Ghost into it and said it was Taskmaster. And it was not Taskmaster, it's Ghost.
I think they've retconned it and said actually it wasn't Taskmaster, that even though they were wearing the Taskmaster gear with the Taskmaster shield.
But it was a different character, it was Ghost the whole time. Bruv, if they're gonna bring Taskmastering, bring it in either a Deadpool or a Spider-Man.
It is fucking up though, to be fair.
No, do you know what I mean though?
One film that I hope they don't fuck up.
Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
They can't fuck it up, bro.
They can't
because it's not under Disney. 1 and 2. It's not under Disney.
Yeah, even though they've got Disney's rights, it's still under
Sony.
Fox. Yeah, no, it's still under Fox.
With Fox even.
But even though Fox have kind of merged with them, which is why it's possible.
And that's why Wolverine's in it. But that's because that's why it's working with Sony, because Sony owned the X-Men, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that's why it's a Sony and Fox, and they don't give a fuck about R-rated movies. You know they don't give a fuck about R-rated movies.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Hang on, I can see the camera fucking beeping. I don't think we have much.
You roll a zoot, put it on charge.
I think we're gonna roll a zoot.
Do what we need to do, bro.
Yeah, well, this might be the end of the episode, to be fair.
If it is the end of the episode, can I put one thing out?
Yes, you can put the one thing out. Oh, man.
Alright, Pinocchio was all fucking descriptionism for Jeffrey Epstein, alright? Pleasure Island was actually the same island as Jeffrey Epstein's island, and it was just before... Sorry, what?
No, I just noticed my mic was a little quiet for a while, but it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about what I just said.
Huh?
You didn't hear what I said, right?
No, but the viewers have.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I said the Roosevelt was all fake. I was just talking about Pinocchio and the Pleasure Island.
Okay, yeah, we can talk about Pinocchio and the Pleasure Island. And see, Aydan is under the assumption that it is a metaphor for Jeffrey Epstein's island.
No, not for Jeffrey Epstein's island. It was a metaphor for the island. I reckon Jeffrey Epstein took over. I reckon the island's always been. I reckon there's always been a Pleasure Island. There's always been a fucked up society that are preying on the downfall of the weak. And it's always been on an island, and generation after generation, they handed this island on to the next man who was worthy of keeping the island. Hey, look, I may believe in the most fucked up shit, but the most fucked up shit happens, bro. So whether or not I believe in the most fucked up shit, look at yourself and think what you're believing in, alright? Because I know people that think fucking pigeons are cameras. You know what I mean? Like, look at yourself, think about the shit that you believe in, and then think about whatever I believe in, and think, is it that far off? Like, come on, there's a guy up in the universe who's controlling everything. Or there's an island that's always existed.
Wait, there's a guy.
Always been Pleasure Island.
Take a step back. There is a guy.
That's what I'm saying, bruv. In
there can't be a guide. Can you imagine that?
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody on the planet.
People are willing to believe.
Can you imagine?
No, Adam. This is what I'm saying. People are willing to believe the most fucked up story I've ever heard in my entire life. Yet they couldn't believe that one person owned an island and had like a bunch of kids imported onto that island and fucked them. Yet they're willing to believe that a bush talked to a human and that human fucking carved into stone the Ten Commandments.
Okay, right.
Come on now.
I've got a few philosophical points that I could bring up. Would you like me to bring up my philosophical points?
Go ahead.
So I brought up one of them earlier, which was that. That was in last week's episode. That I've noticed the correlation between transitioning people with their sexuality and
autism.
With autism,
okay.
I have noticed.
This episode.
It was last episode.
That was last episode.
It could have been last episode.
It could have been any episode.
I couldn't really give a fuck at this point. If I'm totally honest, I couldn't really give a fuck. No, but this episode, have you noticed when a man comes out as gay, he develops a little bit of a minth. Right, and it's and that's going to be controversial to say, but I know
you say that, but the least gay man on the world has that exact same voice.
Who's that?
Mike fucking Tyson.
Yeah, but he got a lisp. What I'm saying is, normal blokes who are born without a lisp, when they become not become gay, when they come out as gay,
because it's an act, bro. Like, look, I'm not going to be a bad person, but even an actor like Cam in Modern Family would do that same act. Because it's a fucking act, bro.
I don't know, yeah, but, like, why is it an act?
Because that's what is found attractive in the other gay fucking male brain.
Let me drop another philosophical question on. This is one that I actually feel quite deep about. Okay? Right. Dwarfs.
What?
Right.
What?
Okay.
I was ready to say something serious. I was ready to help you out.
No, this is serious, man.
Go on.
Okay, this is serious. I'm not even joking about it. Right. And this is why I'm like, just patience.
Don't say something so obvious that I have to just come through with
stick with me, because this is going to sound nuts.
I'm just going to look at the camera
at
this point.
Yeah. Pugs.
Oh, no, you said this the other day, man.
Right, I've said this before. Pugs, right? Pugs are seen as inhumane to breed, and because they have breathing problems, their age expectancy isn't very high. It's inhumane. We still do it, but it's kind of like a little bit of a taboo subject and all of that. Right. I thought about this with dwarfs, small people. Right, there isn't a difference because
there is a difference.
Well, because
you can speak for pugs, you can't speak for dwarves. that's the difference. That's the only difference.
But I can't even I can't speak for pugs. Basically, all I'm saying is, Aydan. Right, pugs don't have a high expectancy. Dwarfs don't have high expectancy either. What do they live past? What, like 60? And like, like 100
You've just categorised dwarfs and pugs.
Yeah. No, I kind of have in a way, in a really fucked up way. No, but like, dude, I'm categorising them in a low age expectancy rank. Like that's all it comes down to. That and it's fucked up. But no one's ever mentioning this. And like, say 100 years
up because it's a health problem.
Yeah, say 100 years ago. Say 100 years ago, they would have got killed off, right? Which is a few of them would have been
most of them would have.
Majority, right?
Yeah, majority
would have been killed off.
But if all of them were killed off, there'd be none of them about, surely, right?
Right.
No, because it's a genetic disease, isn't it?
Yeah.
It happens as a mutation.
The thing is, we've kind of normalised it. We've got, in America, you've got all these TLC shows, and you've got all these reality shows about midgets.
And they're trying to bring fame to it.
Yeah, they're trying to bring fame, and they're also trying to breed midgets with midgets. And I'm thinking...
Hold up, Adam. That has always been around. Right, that was called the Freak Show back in the day. TLC has always just been the Freak Show.
No, it is.
Midgets were in the Freak Show.
But like, my point is that is it inhumane to just let them breed with each other?
Well, no. About breeding with each other.
No, but
you've got no control over it.
You have no control over it.
But however, bringing attention to the fact that they exist, like TLC.
That's 100% what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's like we say, pugs is inhumane. Dude, if a human has a life expectancy of 60 years old, which is the life expectancy of a dwarf,
do you know why
that is inhumane?
Do you know why pugs are inhumane? Because we created them. We created that suffering. We didn't create dwarfism. That's apparently an act of fucking God. That's why it's not inhumane. You've got civilizations out in China that are dwarf villages, that are literally whole cities filled with fucking dwarfs, bruv. And it's not inhumane to be a dwarf there, because you were just born from your parents who are also dwarfs.
Aydan, as much as I want to talk about dwarfs, I've got a joint rolled and the camera's beeping and we should really turn this off.
So we charge that charge this. Do what we got to do.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys get it, bro.
Okay, alright. Thank you very much for this episode of the podcast. Make sure you...
I was getting really into that.
You were getting really into that, but I'm sorry I've got to cut you off. But I'm tired. It's late. I want to watch Holy Grail. So, thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Shodcast. If you have been watching it, thank you very much. And make sure you tell your friends and your family and everybody... I just fucking smacked my joint.
And everyone that you know.
And everybody else that you know. Please, please, please remember to follow the Instagram at Cancelling Culture and the YouTube channel at Cancelling Culture. But if you need anything else, you know where we are. And thank you very much. This has been a great session. And goodbye.
Session.
Yeah.
Have a good one. I'm gonna send this out to like girls that I know, the ones that are thirsty and all that. No,
yeah. I'll send it to them myself.
They're not that thirsty over me, to be honest.